Hey, this is Bruce Cook, and I'm making another update video showing how well my pepper plants are growing. Today is Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. Just so you know what time of the year it is. So, um, firstly, I want to say one of my last 2 or 3 videos I made, the target shooting, I did notice I lost a few subscribers after that. I'm not like obsessed with subscriber count. I'm more worried about, I don't know if people were offended at the sight of a firearm, but I'm sorry if that bothered anybody. So I like making videos of my hobbies, and that just target shooting happens to be one of them. I don't make a point of putting those videos up on my channel, or making videos on my channel, just because it's such a controversial thing. And but anyways, just show you how far along my plants have come. So we've had a very rainy several last days, and anybody that knows about growing pepper plants knows that these things love rainwater. So when I water my plants, I use it for my hose. It's just regular city tap water. And it keeps the plants healthy, but when it rains, these things, you see a big growth spurt. So anyways, these are the plants, the last plants that I pulled out of my bedroom and put out here. And I'm within about maybe a little more than a week. I'm going to be pulling the rest of my plants out of my bedroom and putting them out here. I just need to get some more soil. So that's how far along they've come. And they've actually grown quite a bit since I first put them out here. This one, I don't know what's going on with that. It's like the same size. It's a purple ghost pepper plant. I don't know if that's going to make it. Maybe it will. We'll see once the soil dries up a little bit, and see if the plant perks up. But anyways, you can see these things have gotten really, really tall in this last week or so since I made my last video. These things are looking great. And one thing I actually did different this year was, I think one of my earlier outdoor growing videos for this season, I showed everybody I had a big giant pile of old soil that I pulled out of the containers from last year's plants and utilized them for this year's. I learned from other gardeners you can do that, and I did mix it with some of the Kellogg's Organics outdoor potting soil. It was more like a 60 or 70% old soil mixed with the 30 or 40% the organic stuff. But something different I did, since I ran out of that old soil, was, and this is something I also learned from other gardeners, looking up videos to see if I can, about making my own soil. And I ended up mixing topsoil. And that stuff looked identical to the pile of stuff that I had here. So I mixed that. It was like a 60-40 ratio, 60% topsoil, 40% of the organics pre-mixed stuff that I get from the store. And then, of course, I mix in my bone meal, blood meal, and Osmocote food pellets. And those plants are actually growing. The stuff that I did that use the topsoil is actually growing faster than the stuff from the old pile of soil I had here. They're all doing great, but I'm just noticing these, like these plants right here. I use the topsoil. This is my topsoil mix, and they're looking fantastic. I mean, they're growing quick. So you can see, I'll go around and show you what I got. So this is my ahi lemon drops, and I have a lot more coming. I think I had a total of about almost 210 plants. So it was 204 plus several jalapenos that I'm growing for my boss, and my boss's father, and I'm keeping some for myself. So it's gonna be about 210 plants. And I got a lot more of a lot of these varieties still in my bedroom that are about ready to come out. I got Apocalypse Scorpion. Looks like some of the water did get through the tape barrier that I put on these labels, but still recognizable. And these are my little combination of different Superhots I'm growing for Johnny Small Pepper. Got Carolina Reaper in there, Red Primatale, Chocolate Primatale, and I did notice that there was actually a Carolina Reaper in there that just started ripening. So, and you see this big one right here. There's a bunch of peppers already growing all throughout here. Let's see if I can, you can see these are Chocolate Primatales. I think that's the Chocolate Primatale. This is Chocolate Primatale, yep. And I know I've seen some more peppers throughout here. You see a lot of flowers, though. Yeah, there's some right there. I mean, they're all throughout there. I don't want to go through all of them. Oh, you can see a red Primatali right. Let me make sure my camera's pointing at it. You can probably see that. Looking great. So these are going to be for Johnny Small Pepper. These are plants that I had just transplanted out of their smaller containers into bigger containers, and I keep them separated from everything else because I let them grow in their containers for a few days, and then I put calcium nitrate in them. So I have to make sure I keep them separated from everything else. So I know what has been treated with the calcium nitrate and what has not. And tomorrow I get off. Like I work today. I've been working all throughout the weekend and stuff. I get tomorrow off, so I'll be coming out here and treating these. And then these are all a whole bunch of different varieties. After I put calcium nitrate in them, they'll be going into their designated spots. And here's my first purple ghost that I put. These aren't going to be these plants' final positions either. Once I get all of this moved out of here, once I'm done with that, I'm going to make things a little more spread out because I have a lot of each variety, and it's going to cause too much crowding, you know, in this part of the garden. So I'll have that space to help spread things out. But then you got red tie. I got a bunch more of these coming. We got what, yellow Muruga scorpion. I had a couple customers back in 2023 that were hitting me up for the yellow Muruga scorpions over and over again. So people like these. So I have a whole bunch more coming out here. It isn't just these 3 plants. So, and then I haven't put nothing here yet. I just put the post up here is for yellow ghosts. I have yellow ghosts coming between some in there and some in my bedroom. And then we got JP Ahi Phantasm. So, and I got a bunch more of these that are coming out here. Also, since it's been raining, I've been noticing holes appearing in my leaves. I don't see slugs. I don't see little insects in there. I have seen a lot of little birds coming into my garden, so I don't know. I'm finding like flaps of leaf like folded over. So I don't know if something's like biting into the leaf and if it's an insect or a bird. But I've been seeing a lot of these holes appear since it started raining. And then we have Carolina Reaper. We got a whole bunch of these. Other than these little holes that I'm getting in the leaves, everything's doing great. And JP Piranha, these things took off quick. That's Jimmy Pickle's new Superhot. It's supposed to be his hottest pepper right now that beats the Carolina Reaper. I think Jimmy told me it was over 1.7 million Scoville, the average heat for these things. So I'm going to be excited to get to try these. So I'm going to try to do more pepper eating videos this year. I really dropped the ball back in 2024. like I was afraid to eat Superhots or something. But we'll do more this year. And we got chocolate bootlas. These things are doing great. There are some plants that concern me in here, though, that don't look like they're growing out to be chocolate bootlas. And they were seeds. I don't want to say whose name I got them from. But all these plants that came from his chocolate bootlas seeds are growing out to look more like mild pepper plants. So I have some of mine. I have a marked chocolate bootla DM. They came from my own peppers. I've been growing them for several years and using the seeds for the next, out of those peppers for the next season. So those things are all growing right. Like this is one of the ones that came from his seeds. That does not look like a chocolate bootla plant. That looks like that's about to grow some bird's eye chili or something. But it's all right. Lucifer Lemon. And these things are doing great too. Looks like I'm going to have a lot of flower picking to do tomorrow. So let's see. And we got red Primatali, a bunch of them here. And then my biggest pile, and I still have a whole bunch more to come too. These are chocolate Primatalis. So, man, that's weird. Like I made sure I had all my seeds categorized properly. So I don't know if there was some, I can't remember what you call it. The genetics, I don't know if there was some accidental cross-pollination or something. But I made sure that I kept the seeds labeled properly and didn't get them mixed up. I don't know. So maybe it is supposed to look like that. I thought they were supposed to have larger leaves, but yeah, those are my chocolate Primatalis. So as you see, everything is going pretty well. So, but anyways, Yeah, about the making target shooting videos. That's only something I'm going to do once in a great while. So if anybody here does not like guns, I'm not going to be putting a whole bunch of gun videos on here. It's mostly going to be my gardening. This is my main hobby. The target shooting thing is just another side hobby I have. It gives me something to kill time on days off when I don't have chores or anything to do. I just go out and target shoot. So I have a membership at a local indoor gun range. So I like to go there to have a little bit of fun. It gives me something to do. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.